Now to the latest on the Senate GOP primary election race. It is very close between Dave McCormick and Mehmet Oz, and headed for a recount. But that is only part of the story. Dennis Owens has been following this since Election Day, and he is here with the rest of the story.
There's always more to the story, isn't
Absolutely.
there, James? Well, the Department of State is holding a press conference this afternoon at the Capitol. It will announce that the Oz-McCormick race is headed for a recount officially. Here are the up-to-the-minute numbers, and it shows Oz leading McCormick, as you can see, but we are inside 1,000, less than 1,000. That's incredible considering more than 800,000 votes were cast. It's within the 0.5% margin that triggers an automatic recount. But the counters aren't the only ones who will decide this thing. There are a flurry of lawsuits over this election. McCormick going directly to the Supreme Court, asking them to require counties to count mail-in ballots that are undated. A federal court just this last Friday in an unrelated case said that undated mail-ins that are turned in on time should be counted. However, state law and prior state Supreme Court rulings say undated mail-ins, they're not following the rules of the law and should not count. Oz, who has the lead, wants the counting stopped. McCormick, who's trying to catch up, wants the counting to continue. So what now? We asked former federal judge John Jones this morning. He says it could be headed for the U.S. Supreme Court.
Because it's the Voting Rights Act, they may well get involved because it's federal legislation. So they may or may not get involved. I can't predict whether they will or not. If they don't, then the Third Circuit mandate will stand and the ballots will have to be counted and included. So this is a complete mess.
And an expensive mess. The recount alone will cost more than $1 million. That needs to be completed by June 8th. A winner will be declared by June 8th, but then there is the litigation, James, and we're not quite sure about this and which courts are going to decide it.
So when you say that the winner has to be declared by June 8th.
Well, that's on the recount. That doesn't count the courts. So you got two things. You got the counters and you got the courts. You got two tracks. On the counting side, I'm confident by June 8th, somebody will have more votes, and they're going to say that's the guy.
That person's the winner.
But then what they're doing in the courts is another issue. And should we count? So you're doing a recount. What are you recounting? Are you counting those undated mail-ins? There are more than 800 votes right there of Republican primary ballots that were undated. What's going on with them?
So if there's a winner declared on June 8th, though, by the actual recount, but then this goes through the courts, is that something that we've seen before where, like, the court will step in and could just overturn whatever?
Well, the court won't step in, but what the court is going to issue guidance on is what gets counted. Do these ballots get counted? It's still up to the counters to count and come up with a figure, but right now we're fighting over what gets counted. Of course, Oz has the lead. He's saying, let's stop the count.
Right now.
McCormick hasn't caught up yet. He wants to keep counting until he catches up, until he takes the lead. And by the way, the mail-ins have been breaking for McCormick. He's got more than 13,000 more mail-in votes than Mehmet Oz does. It's interesting. We're going to the Capitol. We're going to try to sort things out. But the bottom line is we're not going to have an absolute decision on this for a couple of weeks yet.
Of course. We continue to wait.
It's in Pennsylvania.
Yes, it is. All right, Dennis, thank you very much. Try to get us some answers.
Absolutely. We're working on it.
All right.